7 must-have clothing items for people with no fashion sense. If you're a regular viewer on my channel, you probably don't need this video, but maybe it'd be fun to check off what you do and don't have, because I'm not saying that these items are essential for everybody, but I think if you're somebody who really struggles putting together an outfit, but you want to feel chic, you want to look chic, you want to look cool, fashion forward, I think that these are really great items to have in your closet. This is kind of weather appropriate all around. I didn't want to do just like fall, winter, spring, summer, whatever. But I will say, what was I gonna say? When I was starting to put this list together, I was like, is this just a capsule wardrobe? You'll see that it's not. Okay, let's do this. Something we always do on this channel is be hyper specific. I will never tell you to go out and buy a cable knit sweater. I will tell you neckline to get. I will tell you what buttons it needs to have. I will tell you the shade of cream it needs to be. I will tell you where it needs to hit on your wrist. I will tell you what it should be made out of. I'm nitty gritty. That's why we got the smart people glasses on. Let's do this, Edna Mode style. Oh wait, also, thank you so much to Desenio for sponsoring this video. We'll talk about them in a little bit. And also, thank you so much to Paige Wassel for giving me this video idea. She does it with home decor. I always watch her videos and think, how can I spin this to a fashion sense? And this is how. First thing you need is a pair of real denim jeans. They can have stretch, but real denim basically means 100% cotton, and 100% cotton normally doesn't have a stretch. But just look for anything with like above 80% cotton and you're normally good to go. You can look at a pair of jeans from a mile away and tell whether they are that good structured denim or more of like a jegging material, and it really does make a big difference. I know for somebody who maybe isn't that into fashion, this can feel like an annoying thing, an annoying nitpicky thing, but I swear it'll make the biggest difference. And if you're somebody who doesn't know what kind of style denim to get, obviously denim is such a big thing that matters with, or can matter with, body type and what you feel most comfortable in. If you're more curvy, if you are more athletic build, whatever the categories of body types have been made on online denim shops. If you seriously do not know where to start, I suggest just getting a high-rise, relaxed pair of denim. This means that it's just gonna be like straight up and down the leg. There's no taper at the bottom. They're not skin-tight, skinny jeans. They're not low-waisted. They feel like a very neutral piece of denim that I think you can get away with wearing for the longest amount of time. I do think something like the wash of denim really doesn't matter. I think you can always make do with any wash of denim, literally from super dark, from black to like a very light wash. Just stay away from like an acid wash, obviously. And then I also think no rips in the jeans is something that I look for. It looks the most put together, obviously. It also is the most timeless. I'm somebody who is very weary about the word timeless. I don't think anything is timeless, but it is more timeless than a very ripped pair of denim. Pair of jeans, I think that also they'll last longer. If you want something a little bit more budget friendly, they're still kind of expensive. Well, if you want super budget friendly, thrift them, obviously. Sometimes you guys just want links, you want to be able to shop it, especially if you're somebody who, again, isn't into fashion, doesn't really want to sit and do all the dirty work. I do it for you because I enjoy it. Everlane, the Way High jean, is my favorite jean ever. They come in different lengths also, so that is something that's really important. If it hits right at the ankle, that's perfect, but if it is too long, just cuff it once. You could even cut it and raw hem it. Maybe you'll want them to be longer in the future if you wear them with a heel or something. So you can either cuff the denim or leave them long, and if you're someone taller, Everlane might have the right length for you. Then if you want to spend a little bit more money on a really nice pair of denim, Mousy Vintage is one of my favorite pairs of jeans. Their jeans just look so high quality and so chic. So those are my two favorite jeans right now. I will link my exact styles in the description, so there's that. Next thing that I think can really make any wardrobe feel effortlessly chic is a low profile, real leather loafer. I think thrifting these is the best way to go. I don't have like a brand off the top of my head, but I will link some below. I think just really leaning, oh, duh, Bass Weejuns. Classic loafer. Don't try and get like a Clomper Stomper loafer that I feel like Steve Madden has made with like a really high profile, ragged or rigid lug sole bottom, that's a word. Just a classic loafer that your grandpa wears. They're the loafers for you. You can wear them with denim, you can wear them with trousers, you can wear them with dresses, you can wear them with socks or without socks. I do both, grossly maybe. I suggest just getting a black pair, but the black and white pair can really spice up a wardrobe, or a brown pair if that's something that you wear more of. And when I say like don't get a lug sole loafer, if you're somebody who wears a lug sole loafer, keep wearing it. I'm not saying I don't like it. These are pieces that I'm saying, if you don't know how to style yourself, get these and they're foolproof, okay? There's no wrong answers in this list. It's just, if you don't know where to start here. Before we get any further into this video though, I wanted to say thank you so much to Desenio for sponsoring and talk a little bit about them. If you're somebody who struggles making your home look cute and stylish, it just needs some art. I've been shopping on Desenio for so long. I absolutely adore having all of their artwork in my house. They make it so easy. Also, first of all, like their stuff is cute, so it's easy to pick from, but also the framing service is so easy. It's just nice to have like a one-stop shop where you get it all done, especially if you're somebody who's not the best at interior design. I feel like Desenio just makes it easy, and that's what I need. That's what this video is all about. But I love just like the pops of color that these pieces can bring into my home. If you guys want to shop anything from Desenio, you can use the link in the description box or use my code at checkout for % off. Yeah, thank you so much to Desenio for sponsoring this video. Let's get into the rest of it. Okay, next thing, I think anybody who doesn't know how to get dressed, what a weird way of saying this. Paige had the same issue on her channel, so it's funny to literally repeat it, is a black wool trench. I think having a fancy coat is so important. I feel like when I was a kid, I was always, and this is like such a morbid place, but I feel like the only place I was going to dressed up in the winter time was a church or a funeral, and I would pair like my little black dress and ballet flats with a puffer jacket, and it looks so whack. And as a child, I could get away with it, obviously. It's the way like grown adults are still doing that. They pair their puffer jacket, or they pair even their like leather jacket that just feels very not dressed up with these outfits that maybe needed to be a little bit more dressed up. And a leather jacket's not always warm enough. A long wool trench is always the way to go. Literally doesn't matter what you're wearing underneath it. Your long wool trench will cover the whole thing, and it's perfect. When looking for a long wool trench, something I always look for, and again, I will have links in the description box, is a button that goes all the way to the top with a collar. I don't really like it when it's a V-neck, because then you see more of what's underneath and it makes it harder. I'm trying to make it easy for you guys. I don't really think the buttons matter too much. Wool is what we want to look for in the actual composition of the jacket. It can be a like blend or 100%, it really doesn't matter. Sometimes 100% can be a little bit itchy, so just like think if that bothers you. I suggest black. I think heather gray also looks well, also works well with anything, but again, black is just the easiest. But the biggest thing that matters is the length of the jacket. If you very quickly want to go from 2012 to current day, make sure your trench goes to your ankles or at least significantly below your knee. So mid-calf or ankle is the way to get a trench right now. Like looking at the thrift store, it really feels like the 2012 version where it like hit like right at your butt was a bit more a blip in time. And I do have trenches that hit at my butt now, but they're more of a tapered swinger coat. Again, it's just different, and what I mean where there's a time and place for everything, but keeping it simple, mid-calf. If you're watching this video also and you're not that into fashion, you're like, how long can you talk about a jacket? Oh, I'm like cutting it short. I could talk about these little details for way too long. Next thing is a summer item that I think makes anything look cute is a polka dot sundress. I was gonna add a floral sundress. Floral can get really tricky. There's some floral that just looks so cheap to me and isn't doing it. But polka dot, you can't really go wrong with a polka dot until you can. What to keep an eye out for polka dot is you don't want the polka dots to be like randomly placed. You want it to be a patterned polka dot. Is more structured, it feels more timeless, and like a chaotic polka dot can feel a little bit more youthful. And again, just like harder to style, but it can be done. You also want the polka dots to be actual polka dots, like just clean circles. You don't want them to be like little brushes or little like wiggly circles that looks like almost Dalmatian-y printy. You want them to be circles that repeat consistently the same. Probably a better way to say that. The polka dot sundress though, I think it can be any neckline, any sleeve length, the spaghetti straps, it can be a thicker strap, it can be a sweetheart, it can be a V-neck, it can be a square neck, it can be a scoop neck, it can be, I guess, a turtleneck if that's what you're more used to wearing. It can also be any length. If you want it to be a little bit more playful and youthful, obviously go mini. I have a midi length polka dot sundress that I end up wearing all the time with my loafers. That's like just an outfit, easy peasy. Even with like sneakers, polka dot sundress can look really cute. The bottom can have a ruffle, it can be straight, it can be A-line. Probably gonna work as long as the polka dot is, like I said. It's trendy right now, which is something that like I kind of thought, oh, should I not put this in because polka dots are so trendy? I think it is trending, but it's always stylish. You can always get away with wearing a polka dot, just as I think you can always get away with wearing leopard print. It is super trendy right now, but even as the trend falls, if it's something you love, you can keep wearing it, where other things, when they fall out of trend, you look whack. Again, exact link down below. Next thing that is so random, but I have, and I end up putting on all the time and just completes a look like no other, is a knit t-shirt. I have this one from Cotton, and it is thin enough to wear even on the hottest summer days, but in the fall it looks super cute. It looks perfect with your Everlane way-high jeans. It looks perfect with a pair of trousers, with a skirt, with whatever. And the ultimate item for dressing something up or down, where you would normally just put on your white t-shirt and be good to go. This just elevates a look like no other. Even the cream color, I feel like staying away from just like a stark white kind of really elevate the look sometimes. I don't know, is that just me? It makes things look more chic and more intentional than just like putting on a white t-shirt. So this little t-shirt from Cotton, one of my best purchases ever, so I wanted to say that. Next thing that I think can elevate any look so easily is a striped scarf. A scarf just elevates a look like no other. Anytime I see somebody wearing a scarf, I'm like, that is so chic, that's so cute. And how easy, practical, I don't know, like it makes sense when a scarf is needed. I think a striped scarf is like one of the cutest patterns in a scarf, and it just adds something fun to a look. I think even if your striped scarf, like, you know, pretty colorful, and maybe your jacket's pretty colorful too, and they don't necessarily match, I still think it looks cute. Just a few winter accessories, they just match with everything, even if it doesn't match, is like such a chic look and looks so cute and youthful and fun. And I don't know, I like it. It's something you're gonna actually put on. Like if it's cold enough and you feel like you need a scarf on, you'll actually put it on, where it's not a skinny scarf where in the summer you're supposed to put it on. Like you're never gonna end up reaching for that skinny scarf if you're not somebody who like overly accessorizes. But winter accessories, since they're practical, I end up always putting them on even when I'm not like trying to look the cutest, and then I end up feeling a lot more chic and looking a lot more chic, in my opinion. Okay, last thing I want to talk about is a turtleneck, because I think a turtleneck is something else that can just so instantly make somebody look chic. What to look for in a turtleneck? It needs to be a sweater. I do not like a t-shirt turtleneck, like those thin cotton, just like a plain white tee but with a turtleneck and long sleeves. I think they're good for layering, but I don't even really like how that looks. I think your turtleneck sweater has to be thick and knit. Even if it's not like the chunkiest sweater in the world, like even if the turtleneck is a bit tighter around your neck, it just has to have that like ribbing texture in it. I don't know, it has to have texture, I guess. Obviously, well, I think it can be any color, but like a heather gray or a black or cream works really well with this. If you don't want it to be like a tighter turtleneck, just like a super, you know, wide sleeve, something like this with those wide neck turtlenecks are again so chic, practical when you're freezing, and it's adorable. So yeah, those are my 7 things of what I think you need in your closet if you are struggling to get dressed and look cute every day. Thank you again for watching this video. If you want to see more videos like this from me, let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna have more of these if you wear this, buy that type videos, so stay tuned for those. And that's it. I love you guys absolutely most. I'll see you in a few days. Bye.